Let me move this microphone over. Let me hold on. First off, my name is Ian. I'm 21 years old. I've been content creating for about 10 or 11 years now. Going on, I would say about 9 or 10 years fully. You know what I mean? Of actually kind of going with it. I got my first taste of an editing software when I was, like I said, about 11 or 12 years old. Started using iMovie. Got my first camera when I was about 10 or 11. I mean, it just kind of went from there. I personally love editing a little bit more than videography, like shooting videos and stuff like that. That's just me. All around, I mean, just the whole fact of the matter is I love filmmaking, and I'm trying to find more people that love the same thing as me. Going on with that, I mean, there's a lot of different things you can take from this. Being an artist, I mean, there's multiple different types of artists. A fucking audio engineer, you can be a video creator, you can be an editor. I mean, you can be a full-blown lighting artist. Like, you can sit there and you can do set decoration. You can do a lot of different things within this industry. And so a couple things I want to go over just because I wanted to start doing this with other people, but I want to show that I want to do it myself so you guys can know me. I started basically because of my best friend Kurt. He's not here with us now. He actually passed away. But basically, Kurt got me into shooting videos and just doing a lot of other things. I started off by shooting crappy little short films. I started off by doing like a lot of different little things like that. And I mean, I've always loved video editing in general because I've always just had I like sequencing. I like putting different things together with different types of like, just different shots and things. Let me close my motherfucker. I've always loved video editing in general, and I mean, as far as it goes, I mean, you can just do a whole lot with video editing if you have different camera angles, different types of cameras and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not really going to be getting into that today. I did not go to school for this. I actually was in high school, and I started going to homeschool to continuously keep on going with my filmmaking career. I started shooting videos when I was about 15 or 16, music videos. And it kind of just went on from there. It was crazy at first. I was only charging like $20 a video, and I mean, it was bullshit for a while. You know what I mean? You have to sit there, you have to grind it out, you have to make sure you know what's going on, and you just kind of keep on going from there. But like I said, I did not go to school. I was in school for about a month or two before COVID hit, and once I noticed that it was going to be an online program, I did not want to be in schooling anymore. I was already getting paid for what I was in school for, which is film, and it started kind of irritating me because in the middle of math class, in the middle of English class, I would be getting called out just so I can go and shoot a video for a couple $100 at the time, because then I was actually getting paid a little bit more than $20 a video. When I was 15, 16, I got my first car, started shooting videos for about $20, and it was stupid. You know what I mean? I was getting taken advantage of all the time. People were trying to screw me over for video shoots because I'm only charging $20. Mainly, I mean, there's a lot of different influences that I've had. I mean, Quentin Tarantino is one of my favorite video directors of all time. But underground artist-wise, I mean, we can start it off with, I mean, again, my best friend Kurt. He's probably one of my favorite videographers of all time. But besides that, I mean, just a lot of different people that have, like, influenced me with, like, just music video directing and stuff like that. One person is T Strong. He's fucking phenomenal. Bub Sop, he's another pretty good one. Steezy Shot It, he's another good videographer in Sacramento. It's Shot by Diz, that's another person. I mean, I work with him, and I don't want to sound biased, but you get what I mean. It's just, those are a couple of my favorite videographers in Sacramento just because of their style, their workflow, and Logan Shoots. I mean, there's a whole lot of more fucking people. It's just not coming to the top of my head. And Rob Marley. Obviously, there's a lot more people, but just come on. This is probably going to sound like dog shit. Not the audio quality, but just the way I'm talking. But we're just going to kind of try to get over that. But, mainly one question that I try to go over with a lot of different artists that I talk to, or just even videographers, is plateauing. I work out a lot, and I've plateaued a lot from working out where I'll stop working out. I'm not saying I work out a lot like I'm some fucking workout, like, fucking guru or something, but I'm just saying, just in general, like, there's just plateaus, creative blocks and stuff like that a lot of artists have gone through. It's fucking scary when you first go through your first plateau, because you think you're never going to get out of it. There's people who don't get out of their plateaus, and they never come back into the industry or whatever they were doing in the first place. And then there's the few, or the some, or just a good amount of people who do actually fight the plateau or the creative block, who actually get in and push themselves even more to get past that block, or just whatever they're in, just try to flourish. It's hard because I'm not going to sit here and say that I have an easy time getting out of plateaus, because we all go through it. And I mean, I know a lot of people who write music and stuff like that, and it's really hard to get out of creative blocks like that, especially when you're holding yourself at such a standard to the point where you know you want to get more work out to make yourself better. And that's where influences come into play. A good way to keep out of that creative block is just by keeping up on a lot of things you want to learn. And Shot by Diz is one person who's actually taught me that in such a small amount of time. You have to be able to sit there and teach yourself, and not only teach yourself, but learn as much as possible from others and from what you see every single day to become as best as possible within your art industry. You can take this and put it into life. I mean, I've used a couple things that I've learned from art into life. Mainly, what I was trying to say is how to get over plateaus is just by influencing yourself. Trying to sit there and try to find more people that you actually are influenced by and respect as an artist. Let me make sure that's being said. You have to be able to sit there and sometimes understand that your work isn't as good as the next person's. Your work might be worse. But you're trying to get to that point where you're out of that plateau, and if getting out of that plateau basically means that you need to get influenced by looking at more people's videos. Don't ever sit there and think that you're subjecting yourself to looking like what they are, like basically doing, if that makes any sense. Like, it sounds like I'm kind of all over the board with this, but you're not subjecting yourself to just making your video look like theirs unless you do that. What I'm saying is plateaus aren't as scary as they seem to be. They're mainly just something telling you that I need to get back up, light this fire underneath me, and start going as quick as motherfucking possible to get back to the point where I was at. We all have those ups and downs when we're an artist, and there's a lot of different things that we can go through, and there's a lot of ways we can get out of those problems. Just like life. How do you get through these problems, and how do you push through them? I'm not saying I'm the greatest at doing those types of things, because I still have stuff I'm working on, but I will never not sit here and say that I'm good at videography. I've gone through a lot of different things. I've gone broke over videography. I love what I do to the point where it's inevitable to me. Like, I won't stop what I'm doing. Like, I've gone through so many different plateaus and just creative blocks and stuff like that to the point where I've screwed myself over a couple times from this artwork. And I don't want to sit there and ever go back to that point. I'm only going to try to go forward at this point and try to get better. And there's no reason for this plateau to sit here and push me back. I've done it if I can do it with working out, even if that means trying to work out a couple more days a week, then you can do it with any other part of life. Like, my passion became a job, and my job is my passion. So now I have to sit here and understand that there is going to be creative blocks, and there is going to be blocks in general. There's a difference between a creative block and a working block. You know what I mean? You can get burnt out with creativity, or you can get burnt out with work and still have that creativity there and not be able to push yourself forward to push that creativity out as much as you wanted to. So you need both of those, like that creative workflow and that job workflow at the same exact time. It sounds so stupid, but it's so fucking true, because if you don't have those two different sets of workflows, you're going to burn one out and almost bottleneck the other one. So how many years did it take me to get here? I'm still not there. I'm still not there at all. I've gone through too much to be able to sit here that I'm even close to the point where I want to be as a videographer, as an editor, as anything like. And that's just something to take with you for your whole entire life. You don't sit there and ever think you're at the aspect where you're there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the most fucking humble person. I'm going to sit there and not hype myself up every now and again. Hell yeah. I love the work I do, and I love what I do, and I do what I love. And that's something that I will actually hold dearly to me for the rest of my life. But there's a lot of things that you have to take in consideration as the fact that I'm not where I want to be. I'm fucking recording my video off of my printer. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you get what I mean. I'm still not at where I want to be in life. I'm still not at where I want to be as a videographer, as a video editor. There's still a lot more things that I want to learn, still a lot more things that I want to teach myself. And I started finding the only way to get better in my actual craft is by teaching others as well. I'm not saying I'm the greatest video editor, but I love teaching people what I know how to do. Everyone else likes doing that. We like talking about ourselves. We like helping, most people like helping people out, but they also expect something out of it. I'm not going to get into that. That's a whole different thing. Not where I want to be. I'm not where I want to be physically. I'm not where I want to be emotionally, mentally. just everywhere in that aspect. You get what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and ever say, oh yeah, I'm at where I'm at that exact point in my life where I want to be. No. If I was where I was, then I wouldn't be where I am physically. You get what I mean? Like, I want to be at a whole different point with my video editing, but I'm getting there. Don't ever tell yourself you're not getting there. If you really respect your work and your passion, tell yourself you're going to get there someday, but you're just not there yet. Like, you just have to understand that the next day you could get even better. There's not one day that you're better than the other. Like, you can be worse today and better tomorrow. It sounds so cliche, but it's the fucking... You just become top dog in your own head if you start doing shit like that. And if you become top dog in your head, then like you start taking a lot more into consideration of who you are, where you're at, and where you want to be. And once you get that into play, then I guarantee you will start understanding that art is something you can always get better at, just like life. Why did I start? Kurt? He got me into what I love, and he showed me what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. He is definitely someone who got me into what I love and what I want to do for the rest of my life. I started because I wanted to show myself that every single day, I mean, not like that, like, I started because every single day I wanted to show myself that I could do it. I woke up, used iMovie, woke up, used Premiere Pro, woke up, used Final Cut Pro X, Motion X. But like I said, like I started because I wanted to show myself that I could get better at video editing, because at first I was not good. I still don't think I'm good. That's why I'm not where I'm at, where I want to be. But like I said, I've already been past that point. I started because like I watched Film Riot a lot, and if you guys know who Film Riot is, they're like a big YouTube channel who actually go over different effects, and I used to try out their different stupid little effects just to like have fun in my backyard and shoot little videos. It kind of just went from there. And that, again, that's like 9 or 10 years ago. I still have videos of everything that I used to be doing on those videos. Like, I still have videos of me setting up old videos and stuff like that. I still have my first music videos. I mean, I sold my newest camera that I bought 5 years ago, if that makes any sense. Like, my newest camera I was using. Like, I have a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, but I don't use it a lot because I've been video editing a lot. But it's like, I shouldn't have sold it after I sold it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I still have my old camcorder that I would never sell. Still have my Super 8 camera. I still have my other cameras that I love. But so it's like, I'm going all over the place, bro. I swear to God I am. I need to like edit the fuck out of this video. But yeah, so first it was a passion and then it became a career, but it was a career before I noticed it was more of a passion. Does that make any sense? That's where my next like idea kind of ties into, is like not only like why did I start, but did it start as a passion or a career? I knew it was a passion, but I knew how much money I can make off of it once I became about 16, 17. And yes, I was only charging $20 a video, but the thing is I was shooting like 2 videos a day sometimes. So it was pretty good for my age. You know what I mean? Like 16, 17 years old, driving around, 15. I didn't have a car at 15. I was shooting videos, like, I think I was walking to video shoots every now and again, or like Ubering or something like that. But you know what I mean? It's just very like, it's passion. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking passion. When my car's broken down, I used to pay my friends to drive me to video shoots. I used to Uber to video shoots. It's passion. I seriously love what I do. Like, I 100% love what I do. And there's more people out there that love what they do, too. And that's why I like working with the artists that I've already been working with, like Shot by Diz, and a couple other people, like Steezy Shot It, Shot by Diz, Rob Marley. There's Logan Shoots. Like, there's hundreds of more people that are videographers. You know what I mean? And those people that I just listed off love what they fucking do. Like, I guarantee you, in the next 2 to 3 years, those people will be fucking amazing videographers. You know what I mean? But it's passion. You know what I mean? You can tell that they're driven by the passion that they have. And because I don't want to talk about only myself. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you can tell that these people are driven by passion. You don't just, like, start up something and become so good at it without taking that drive towards your passion. Like, once you take that into consideration, that you love your career as much as a passion, you will flourish. And those people right there, Steezy Shot It, Logan Shoots, Shot by Diz, Rob Marley, those 4 people right there, I'm telling you right now, those people have the utmost work ethic that I've ever met off of a videographer. I'm not saying there's way more people out there that do, you know what I mean? And there's more people that have more work ethic than me. There's more people that have work ethic than a lot of people, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, just in general, those 4 people right there are fucking crazy videographers. Like, they know what the fuck they're always doing. And Josh Jordan too. I don't talk to these people a lot, but the thing is just like they know what they're doing, and their work ethic is so fucking insane. I'm actually gonna have those people on the podcast soon. I'm trying to get this little podcast started up. I'm gonna start asking artists the same questions that I was basically answering on here, to kind of start going on from there. Again, I didn't really know what to talk about off the top of my head, so I had to kind of script everything out. Kind of went off like the hows, r's, whys, and dids. You know what I mean? Just kind of talking about how, why, and then like why did I start? You know what I mean? Just things like that, like just small little things. I'm definitely gonna have to edit the fuck out of this thing, but thank you guys for listening to what I have to fucking say today. I hope any of it made sense. Actually, before I actually stop, one big thing I wanted to talk about. We'll do that next week. I'm going to talk about workflow next week. That's a good topic to talk about. I'm going to start off next week talking about workflow and doing a lot of other things like that, and then we'll just kind of go on from there. But right now I have to go back and edit this little video because it looks like shit. Like bullshit. So, I'll see you guys later.